Hi everyone, this is the weekly update for the week of March 4th. I know I'm a day or two late getting this up. I apologize for that. But the good news is there's not much to review this week, so we'll hit a couple highlights for this edition of the weekly update. So last week was the week 7 of the semester. We covered chapter 17 and talked about financial condition analysis. We looked over again, as I said, chapter 17 and did chapter 17 quiz and homework number 2. Now, the quizzes are graded and finalized, as well as your ethical case study 1 that was due during the week of February 18th. Those 2 assignments are finalized, and the grades have been put into your grade book, and feedback has been left with your ethical case study if you'd like to go in and review that. I am working this week to get through homework assignment number 2. As you remember, it was a little bit lengthy, so I am looking through, checking through each of your calculations, through each problem set to see if you did miss the question, where the diversion was, so that I can give you appropriate feedback. So just be checking your Dropbox for feedback. I'll get those back to you as soon as I can, but if you have any questions in the meantime, please, by all means, feel free to email, call, or stop by the office, and I'm happy to discuss it with you. As we pull up the syllabus, and we'll come back to the news feed in just a second, but as we pull up the syllabus and look at a couple things that we have coming up due, we are in week 8 of the semester, so we're over halfway done. We're looking at chapter 10 this week and talking about financial risk and required return. Only assignment due this week is chapter 10 quiz. That did open this Monday, the 4th at 8 a.m. and as with all the other assignments, it will close this Sunday, the 10th at 11:59 p.m. But that is your only assignment that you do have due this week. Next week, the week of March 11th, week 9 of the semester, is spring break. So there are no assignments, no quizzes, no case studies, nothing due that week. And we'll start back fresh on the week of March 18th, week 10 of the semester, where we'll talk about really chapters 11 through 13. And what we're doing here is I've taken all the high points of those chapters because there's a lot of information in there. And I've taken the high points of those chapters and put them in this summary. So we're going to be looking at things like cost of capital, bonds, equity financing, and during this week you're going to have problem case study number 2 due. There are no quizzes. We're done with quizzes after this week, the week of March 4th. So as we're moving into week 10, this is going to be more of a summary and a highlight of chapters 11 through 13. So what I would encourage you to do here, read through the lecture slides that are available to you first, and go through those first. And if there are any concepts that are unclear, you just need a little bit more information, refer to your book to kind of help supplement what we're talking about in the lecture slides. We'll have one more chapter, or one more summary chapter that we'll be covering for the semester, and that'll be the week of March 25th. We'll talk about capital budgeting and asset management. That's going to, again, be a summary of chapters 14 through 16. One of your last assignments, the ethical case study, is due that week. And then the following week, the week of April 1st, we will have our final exams. Final exam number 3, and I will cover that as we get closer to that date. After the exam, though, we're not done with the semester. We do have 2 more weeks left. So week 13, the week of April 8th, there are no assignments due that week aside from your final paper being due. So hopefully you're starting to get good drafts together and starting to really get that paper together. And then we'll end the semester in week 14 with our guest speaker, and the criteria is listed here on the syllabus of what is expected there, and that will be our last assignment for this course. Now, as we go back to the course homepage, one thing that I want to point out for those of you that are local or would want to travel to the area on March 27th, the college is going to be hosting a networking night. So those of you that are in the MPH program, that are looking to do your field experience within the next couple semesters, this is going to be very beneficial to you. We're going to have a lot of our preceptors that we usually have students precept with during the semester there, going over what their organization is, projects that are available for you to work on, and just giving you a better insight into their organization. So if you'd like to attend that networking night, again, that's March 27th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. here on the main campus in our CPA, and you can register for that by clicking this link through a program that the University Career Services uses called Handshake, and you can read more about that here in the news feed. So again, the major things to remember for this week, we're covering Chapter 10. You'll have Chapter 10 quiz due, and then next week you'll get an off week with spring break. But any questions, feel free to email, call, stop by, let me know. I'm more than happy to speak to you about it. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great spring break. I won't post a weekly update next week since it is spring break, and we'll start back fresh, as I said, on week 10, the week of March 18th. Everyone have a great rest of the day.